It's clear, Mark said quietly and sadly. And for this purpose they started several wars with Nivellon. There were no answers to Mark's question. You ask questions as if you weren't here then. Lance said. Are you sure you're not from Lahelad? I'm not from Lahelad. Mark said sadly because he did not want to deceive a sympathetic person who had already done a lot for him. Okay, it's not that important. I still know that you are not from Reims. And not from the Black Forest. And if you were a robber, then I think that Sir Mordred would not talk to you. Somehow this all seems a little too successful, Lance. Don't you think? I'm some unknown guy, dressed in neither Nivellone, nor Reims, nor elves' clothes. For unknown purposes. And at the same time somehow knowing nothing about the world, but everyone around me wants to help me. Sword, armor, food, housing. I even managed to have a heart-to-heart talk with the guardsman, although it is completely unclear who I am. Is this some kind of dream? It can't be that simple. It's so successful. You think this is weird, Mark? The knight looked at Mark a little gloomily. Yes, I think this is strange. Mark answered seriously. Mark seriously wondered if he was dreaming. Everything was so successful. It seemed like there had to be some kind of catch here. Lance exhaled, closed his eyes and said, Mark, you are lucky now only in that you went to this tavern when Astolfo and I were in the city. Another thing is that one of the guards is a shocking elf. So many of us are not just soldiers. We are knights. A knight must be happy and honest. A knight knows what honor is. There is nothing strange in the fact that there are kind people around you. There is nothing strange in the fact that when you had problems, these kind people helped you.
Doesn't a hero need a lot? To become an example from legends, a little courage and confidence is needed. Wield the sword gracefully and not be afraid of troubles. It would be nice to make funny jokes and be on top in the verbal battle. What is a hero of legends without charisma and words sharper than a razor? A little past, but sad to remember. After armor, that hero is alive who knows grief, who learned how valuable life is, and what joy there is in peace. Only that hero can tell with himself, what does the heart of legends mean? But is yours alive? The light of silver, but only in the reflection of the armor. There are gray clouds in the sky, cold water soaks faces. I see an army of lions, their blue flag, rows of steel, strings of them. I see another army made of steel and silver, birds of prey stand. Their color is special, red like blood, the reminder of heroic deeds. The reminder of heroic deeds. The colored blue means the memory of past mistakes, and the choice to act calmly reasonable. The shells begin to move, metal clanging sounds ahead of the lions. I see the eyes of their commander. He seems to be alone, going out into the field to fight. So remain stern eyes, responsive humility for the battle for comrades' eyes. No one in his detachment, regiment or brigade, didn't die in vain. This hero's not famous for the chorus tactics, shimmering with light. Sword, armor, and the ground on which he walks. This text is written about a hero who fights in folklore. With the will of the gods, I see many ideals in the hero's soul. It feels like they have replaced the needs of the common folks. There is sternness and confidence in the eyes, kindness in the soul. He hung the sword behind his back, but his hands healed the sick. The armor made as if from gold and steel, but he shares gold with orphans and civil, saving them from harm and fear. He is a knight, but he does not serve the cause. It is not the lion of Nibelheim who wears the crown for him. The one who wears the same crown is the one who is bigger than Nibelheim, than Reims the head. The one who is above in this courtyard, what she serves is the courtyard of the throne of God, and the same guard. me to ask for help when you're in trouble. Their prayers are heard and therefore I will come. And although I am a human by myself, I am a doer of gods who have already come. The very mercy you asked for, the salvation you prayed for. Yes, I'm only a man, but I'm a hand of the law, of the courtyard which hear your call. The eyes are stern and strong between you and the one you were afraid of. In your hands is a claw held down by someone who is dressed in armor of gold, but that is not visible at the same time. In illness you may see the hands of a healer and the look of only mercy. Among such heroes is the knight of this fairy tale. Let it be fantasy but so much real. The stern eyes suddenly drew a sword. The shine is everywhere and the sound of a typical combat flows. We heard a lot in the story, caring for the whole world. For those who are in trouble in the world, the desire to save people who are in grief. To lead a squad of heroes fighting on patrol. At the same time I noticed a beautiful tale of gold, and her curls warmed during conversation, dreamy eyes but still cold. But the golden maid grew up and understood that goodness sometimes needs not only words, but fists clenched tighter and a will to hit again and again. Night comes from a small town. It's no longer on the map. There's just a spot there. He was a lost boy, heartbroken, but he was saved by a man who is called a hero and a kind warrior. The boy suddenly realized that troubles are bad, and having lost his parents he realized how great it was when you can live in peace, when you're happy, when there's no one evil who thinks to take it all away. It doesn't matter for what reason. The boy grew up and realized that kindness needs sometimes not only words, but the fists are clenched tighter and the will to hit again and again. People blame the gods, they respond to troubles with murmurs of voices. Unfair battle, fatigue, betrayal of the nightly house, to trust in a miracle. Mostly those one tired of endless adversity. But human your strength to not give up, and at least pick up a pitchfork. Do not be afraid by fear, stand firm, look forward. 1 against 5 is an undecided outcome. There is no magic in the hands but clenched fists, not firestorms, just a steel sword and shield. Being courageous does not mean go into an equal fight, or fight like this when victory is definitely yours. The warrior's path presupposes to win then when you don't have the strength to fight, but your goal is important. Horsemen are rushing across the battlefield. I hear the cry of the fighters and thunder from the sword to fight. Still the fights and many stern eyes I see. The common people just like me. Among them all I see definitely a warrior. He is the brother in arms, but only with greater responsibility. Don't know it yourself, you only see it in your hand. Not a sword but a telephone, and greatness in the sky. You think heroes are just characters from books, and you don't know that soon you will become one of them. The fog of war is spreading across the battlefield. I hear the clanging of swords and the hymn of the living fighters. A trail of obsidian stretches across the battlefield. The soldier of the dead army is the source of all troubles. The fog enveloped the warriors. I hear the battle again. On this battlefield a special hero who looks not like everyone, and the hands of the hero is a sword that cuts through the formation. Neither a magician nor a sorcerer, but I see fire, what kindles the coals of the frontline soldiers. In the hands of the hero is a shield, invisible to others. The remaining ones from the grip of the inanimate are closed by it. I see the hero's chest, there is a knight's heart, but it's like someone else's either. The armor hides more than just a hardy hero, a kind soul, the caring silhouette. He is the protector of the weak, saving them from troubles. Romantic and desperate as a rider, in an attempt to protect loved ones from injuries. A special hero, a stranger in this field. Frostmark, Earth Fox, and Knight of Nibelin. Fog of war, clanging began everywhere. On the battlefield there is battle, danger and dirt in my ears. There's only an echo and the beating of my heart. I almost fell dead. It looks like they are waiting for me. Through the fog of war, the darkness of the battle, I see the radiance. There is no echo in my ears. I hear the sound of a violin. I see light in the distance, shining streams, dispelling the darkness with the beginning of the overture. I see the armor of the sun silver. In the armor I see a maiden, a poet, and a warrior. I'm not the only one. My platoon is standing again, as if we had never been in a battle, ready to win. The violin strings are shining, a new verse is coming. My platoon is on the wings of faith, rushing for victories. The darkness of the growing mist has been driven away. Only the sun is shining, and we are all in the rays of glory. I hear the epilogue. The poet is standing there, shoulder to shoulder with the violinist. They save our might. Behind them, I see heroes from legends, and laughing joyfully they wave after us. The violinist put down her violin. I see the light of her hair. This beautiful maiden, creator of dreams. From Liznachenko's house, Silver String Elena.
Who can tell you how to be a hero? Perhaps a bright knight who does not sleep vigil to guard the world. Perhaps a mounted warrior flying into the infantry line, and a magician with the wizard skills, who stands on guard over the world being unnoticed. An elf, mysterious and wise, all of them are heroes without a doubt. But I will say that being a hero can be the embodiment of beauty. Grace is in the very meaning of the word. Behind the warrior's helmet there may be the face of a beautiful girl and a sensitive person. Dreams, hopes, the very embodiment of words, a writing talent and subtlety of conversation. Kindness, care, platoon camaraderie. There are few fears and many dreams, but they are all hidden behind a barrier made of metal plates and the edge of a falchion. A direct severity of the sword and combat skill, the supervision of a guard, of a friend, and greater care. This is the hero of today's conversation. Behind the veil of fog, which is familiar at war, I see the silhouette of a hero. A beautiful maiden sword, the grace of a dancer, the face of a fairy, and the tail of a unicorn, hidden by armor of a hero's patrol. I don't know what kind of wonder this is. A graceful fox, a beautiful and kind girl on the battlefield. My vision is foggy, but the maiden hands pull me out again. I am forever grateful to you, beautiful person. Tell me the name, so I will know the hero. The fox's graceful silhouette turned calmly. The maiden with the tail of a unicorn answered me.
My name is Snowflake Eleanor.
You have come a very difficult way, and you didn't know how to go away. And the smile suddenly faded for a day. But having walked this path, you learn that your smile on a gloomy day then will be hundreds of times brighter than the shadow and shades at the same times. When the people needs a fighter, your new home sleeps peacefully, so dear and kind Evelyn. Suddenly a dark day comes again, but the hero's smile will suddenly disperse. A shadow like a ray of sunshine in the sky.
Look at others, reader. I'll tell you a story about a simple guy, a girl, but also a knight from books, and the bard who creates worlds with a violin. About the relationships of these people with others. In my fairy tale, the soul and personality are the main person, and what is happening in the world is just a garment that emphasizes the meaning. Look, the sky is cracked, the world's fate is in our hands. Let's hit the road, we are the pride of the lion. This world will remain unharmed. Squad, we're moving out, we need to cope all this. Dreams, love, and friendship, we take with us all this. The quest for our hands to be handled, a squad of heroes rush friends, loved ones, the creators of the legends. A lonely hero's once, the pride of the lion starts to gain even firing animals. The family of heroes were in their own way alone, but I see a pride of not just only lions. The fantasy world that I will describe begins to collapse. A hero came from another world, just like from elder legends. A little similarity with other fairy tales that have been told already. A pinch of something new that you probably haven't seen. A hero's not from a prophecy and not from human legends. An ordinary guy who simply is made from different fibers. An ordinary person, an artist and a bard, who sees very subtly the structure of epic balance. Heroes will not weaken from the destruction of the world. The heroes have own skills, just common folks like us, and always special options what souls of folks were have. After all, there was a legend about folks soul dressed in the fairies' world's being. Look, the sky is cracked, the world's fate is in our hands. Let's hit the road, we are the pride of the lion. This world will remain unharmed, it's just a garment that emphasizes the meaning. Look, the sky is cracked, the world's fate is in our hands. Let's hit the road, we are the pride of the lion. This world will remain unharmed. Squad, we're moving out, we need to cope all this. Dreams, love, and friendship, we take with us all this. The quest for our hands to be handled. A squad of heroes rushes, a squad of friends, loved ones, the creators of the legends. A lonely hero's once, the pride of the lion starts to gain even firing animals. The family of heroes were in their own way alone, but I see a pride